Okay, let's go to page 48 and let's go and do art. Okay, so number 1, the line passing through 4, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. I'm going to call it point A. And the slope is 1. So you got point slope, so use point slope form. Substitute all the information, so that your x and the y. Well, this is the first point, so it'll be x1, y1. So you're going to get y minus 2 equal to 1 times x minus 4. So you're going to get y minus 2 equal to x minus 4 plus 2 on both sides. So you got y equal to x minus 2. Okay, so that's your slope intercept form. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, so you can get all the information. So the point is negative 1, 2. And the slope is 1/2. So you got point and slope, so you can use your point slope form. So you got y minus 2 equal to 1/2 times x minus negative 1. Go and work it out. So you got y minus 2 equal to 1/2 x plus 1 over 2. And from here, you can multiply out by 2, but you don't have to. You can just go and plus 2 on both sides. So as long as you use one of those forms, then it's fine. So this one is easy, just go and just plus 2. So y equal to 1/2 x plus 5 over 2. So that's your slope intercept form. Okay, let's go to number 5. You can read through and then you get all the information. Okay, so you have a point out here. Again, if you're not sure exactly, just estimate. So this point is negative 1.8059 and 2.1643. And the slope is negative 3.1786. So you can get point and slope, so use point slope form. Substitute all the stuff in, all the information in. So y minus y1 okay, go and multiply out, work it out. So you got y minus 2.1643 equal to negative 3.1786x. Now you got negative, negative, negative. 3 negative will give you a minus. And multiply the number, you get 5.7402. So plus 2.1643 plus 2.1643. So you got y is equal to negative 3.1786x minus 3.5759. Okay. And that's it. Okay, let's go to number 7. Number 7, again, putting all the information. You have vertical line passing through 3, negative 1. So you have this point over here, you got 3, negative 1. And you have the vertical line passing through that. Well, if it's a vertical line, you're going to have an x equal to a number, and the x number is 3, right? 1, 2, 3, or you can look it up. Okay, so that's it. Okay, number 9. Okay, same thing. Get all your information. The point is 2, negative 3. And this one, you have the slope 0. The slope of 0, it means horizontal. When it's horizontal, you're going to have a y equal to a number, and the y number you can see is going to be negative 3. by just looking at it or get it from the coordinate. Okay, let's go to number 11. So you can get all your information together. So the first point is negative 2, 4. The second point is 1, negative 5. And you want to put a random point out here, and it's going to be equal distance. So point P, X, Y, again just anywhere out here. So that's your D1, D2. Again, this point is going to be equal distance. That means D1 equal to D2. That's what equidistant means. Okay, then you apply the distance formula. So D1 is going to be X minus negative 2 square plus Y minus 4 square. So that's your D1. D2 is going to be X minus 1 square plus Y minus negative 5 square. So watch the negatives. Okay, now to solve, I'm going to square both sides to undo the square root. So this can cancel out. So I end up with X plus 2 square plus Y minus 4 square. This side square and square root cancel out. So I get X minus 1 square plus Y plus 5 square. Next step is go and multiply out to get rid of the parentheses. So again, don't forget your middle term. So you got X squared plus 4X plus 4. This one you get Y squared minus 8Y plus 16. Okay, the middle term, just multiply all this together. So 2 times negative 4 times Y give you minus 8Y. Okay, so this one over here, you're going to get X squared minus 2X plus 1. This one you're going to get Y squared plus 10Y plus 25. And after that you simplify, so X squared and X squared will cancel out. And the Y squared will cancel out. And anything to cancel out. Okay, so let's simplify things a little bit. So I get 4x minus 8y plus 20 equal to negative 2x plus 10y plus 26. That's 1 and 25 give me 26. And I am going to put in the standard form, so move this over, so plus 2x minus 10y minus 10y, so this cancel out. And I'm going to move this over, so minus 20 minus 20. So you get 6x minus 18y equal to 6. Then you have to reduce. Okay, all these are multiple of 6, so divide by 6. So you get x minus 3y equal to 1. Okay, let's go to 13. So you can get all the information. So you have a point at 4, 0. And then you have the y-axis. And it's going to be equal distance. Okay, so you can put a random point out here. Now, when you have the distance from a point to a line, you make a right angle. Okay, so that's your D1, and that's your D2. So equal distance means D1 equal to D2. Okay. Next thing is to figure out the horizontal distance. You just go and use the x2 minus x1. Just go and use this. The final x minus the beginning x. And this beginning x is 0. So you're going to get x minus 0 for D1. Right? This minus that. Now this one you cannot do that because it's not straight. So it's slanted. So slanted you have to use the distance formula. So you're going to get x minus 4 squared plus y minus 0 squared. I'm going to simplify things a little bit, so I get x equal to square root of x minus 4 squared plus y squared. Okay, so simplify, get rid of the 0. Then I'm going to square both sides. So square both sides, I get x squared equal to x minus 4 squared plus y squared. Right, square, you get that, square, you get rid of square root. Then next, go ahead and multiply it out. So I get x squared equal to x squared minus ax plus 16 plus y squared. Okay, and this will cancel out, and you can just rewrite this, or you can, if you want to get a book answer, you move this over. So you plus ax minus 16 minus 16. So you got ax minus 16 equal to y squared. And in the book, they have the y squared on this side, so you all have to just flip it over, just flip the whole things over. So you get y squared equal to ax minus 16. Okay, let's go to 15. Okay, number 15, again, get your information down first. So you got point at 4, negative 4. So point A is 4, negative 4. And the point B is 1, negative 1. And you're doing it twice as far from A. So I can put a random point out here. Okay, now this one is going to be twice as far, so this is going to be twice as that. Right? So that's why I put this, make it a little bit bigger than that. So that's your D1, D2. So in this case, D1 is twice as far as D2. Right? This point from here is twice as far from that. So this is twice as that. So D1 is twice D2. Okay. So D1 is twice D2. So make sure you translate correctly. Then after that, you can just go and apply your definition. So D1 is going to be x minus 4 squared plus x plus y minus negative 4 squared, and you take the square root. This is equal to 2 times square root of the D2 would be x minus 1 squared plus y minus negative 1 squared. Okay, then from here, you're going to square both sides to undo this square root. So this one, when you square, you can cancel. So you get x minus 4 squared plus y plus 4 squared equal. Now when you square this side, that you're going to square this first, so it would be 4. Now when you square these, make sure you use a bracket. So you're going to get x minus 1 squared plus y plus 1 squared bracket. Okay, so you square 2, you get that. Square this, you get that. Basically, the square will cancel out. Next step is you're going to multiply out your parentheses. So you get x squared minus ax plus 16 plus y squared plus 8y plus 16 equal to 4 times x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 2y plus 1. So make sure you multiply your middle term. Make sure you get your middle term. Now you have to multiply by the 4. You have to distribute. So distribute for each term. Okay, then after that, we're going to, okay, so this one and this one, you can cancel out. And then you have the plus 8y, so you can minus 8y on both sides, cancels out. Okay, so next thing is I'm going to move things around. I'm going to move a variable to this side because this is a 4x squared, this have x squared, right? So minus x squared to take care of that, minus y squared to take care of that. Okay, so you can run everything up. So I get 3x squared, and this one I get plus 3y squared. And I'm going to move the number to this side, so I'm going to minus 4, minus 4, so minus 4, minus 4, right? So minus 4 on both sides, minus 4 on both sides. So I end up with 24. My next step is I'm going to divide it by 3. I got 8 equal to x squared plus y squared. Now this looks kind of awkward, so I'm going to flip it over. So I get x squared plus y squared equal to 8. Okay, let's go to 17. So you can get all your information. So 0, 3, that's your point A. Point B, and you have point P, form a right triangle. Okay. Now again, whenever you have a right triangle, that means this, it tells you this is a right angle. So that means this is a perpendicular. The perpendicular means your M1 and M2 are negative reciprocal. So you can write down your definition. You have to understand what right angle means, right? Okay, so you can, when they are right angle, the slope of negative reciprocal of each other. Negative reciprocal means when you multiply, you get -1. Okay, so apply your distance on the slope formula. Slope equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Right, so apply that. So M1 is going to be y minus 3 over x minus 0. So that's your M1. M2 is going to be y minus -3 over x minus 0. And this is equal to -1. So simplify things a little bit. So you got y minus 3 over x. This one you get y plus 3 over x equal to -1. Multiply out. Now this is conjugate. So when you multiply, you get y squared minus 9. And on the bottom, you get x squared. Cross multiply, right? This is over 1. So cross multiply, you get y squared minus 9 equal to -x squared. And I'm going to move things around. So plus x squared plus x squared. So to cancel out, and I'm going to move the number to that side. So plus 9 to take care of that. So I get x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. Okay, and so that is the equation of the circle. Okay, let's go to 19. Okay, so you can get your information. So first point is -4, 0. Second point is 4, 0. And the sum of distance, so you can put a random point out here, x, y. So that's your D1, that's your D2. So the condition is the sum of the distance. So D1 plus D2 are the sum of the distance. So sum of the distance is equal to 12. Okay, then after that, apply the definition of the distance. So you're going to get x minus -4 square plus y minus 0 square, and you take the square root. That's your D1. D2 is going to be x minus 4 square plus y minus 0 square, and you take the square root. Okay, so now to solve these, you need to isolate one square root at a time. So you need to go and move this over to this side. So you're going to get square root of x plus 4 square plus y square equal to 12 minus the square root. Okay, the next step is going to square both sides. So when you square both sides, the square root cancel out, and then So you're going to get x plus 4 squared plus y squared. This one, when you square, you're going to get 144 minus 24 squared root, right? Again, this times that. That's your middle term. And plus this part over here. So again, you square 12, you get this. You square this, you get that. And the middle term came from this. Okay, next step is I'm going to multiply all the parentheses. So I get x squared plus ax plus 16 plus y squared equal to 144 minus 24 square root of parentheses x minus 4 squared plus y squared. This one, when I work it out, I get x squared minus ax plus 16 plus y squared. Okay, so I'm going to start to simplify things. So x squared and x squared cancel out. The 16 plus 16 and plus 16 cancel out. Y squared and y squared cancel out. Okay, now don't cancel out this because they are not the same. Okay, so I'm going to move this to this side. So plus ax plus ax. So you can see they don't cancel out, right? And minus 144 minus 144. Okay. So I get ax, 16x. A and A is 16. So be careful. Don't forget to add. Okay. So you got 16x minus 144 is equal to negative 24 square root of x minus 4 squared plus y squared. Okay, and I'm going to divide by 8 to lower my number so that it's a little bit easier to do. Okay, so I get 2x minus 18 equal to negative 3 square root of, I'm going to work out this part already, so okay, let's do it later. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to square both sides. So I get 4x squared minus 72x plus 324 equal to 9 times x minus 4 squared plus y squared. Okay, so I'm going to work out this part. So I got 4x squared minus 72x plus 324 equal to 9 times x squared minus ax plus 16 plus y squared. Then I'm going to work out this part. So distribute, so I get 9x squared minus 72x plus 144 plus 9y squared. Okay, so notice that this will cancel out, and that's it. So I'm going to move this over. So minus 4x squared minus 4x squared. And I'm going to move this to this side. So minus 144 minus 144. So I get 180 is equal to 5x squared plus 9y squared. And this looks kind of awkward, so I'm going to flip it over. So I get 5x squared plus 9y squared equal to 180. Okay. So just switch sides. Okay, let's go to 21. I can read the problem and sketch out the information. So you have one point is a negative 3, 0. And the next point is positive 3, 0. And you got random point over here. Again, just anywhere. And so that's your D1, that's your D2. And the condition that you have is the difference, so it means subtraction. So difference of the distance is 2. So it means D1 minus D2 equal to 2. Okay, so you get difference. Now it doesn't matter if you are d1 minus d2 or d2 minus d1, it doesn't matter. As long as they are different, as long as they are subtraction. Okay, then you apply the definition of the distance. So x minus -3 square plus y minus 0 square minus square root of d2 would be x minus 3 square plus y minus 0 square, and this is equal to 2. Okay, so again, I'm going to isolate this square root, so I need to move this over to this side. So I end up with square root of x plus 3 square plus y square equal to 2 plus square root of x minus 3 square plus y square. Your next step is going to square both sides. So square and square root cancel out, and I'm going to multiply out. So I get x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus y squared equal to, I square this, I get 4. The middle term I get plus, so 2 times 2 is 4, so it would be 4 square root of x minus 3 squared plus y squared. Okay. Plus, so this one's going to be out here, and I'm going to work it out. So square and square cancel out. I'm going to work out this part. So it would be x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared. Okay. So this is this right over here. Okay. Okay, then from here I'm going to simplify things a little bit. The x squared will cancel out. The y squared will cancel out. The 9 will cancel out. So all these are gone. Okay. And so I'm going to move this over. So I'm going to plus 6x, and I'm going to minus 4. So this will take care of that. So I get 12x. Now don't forget, 6x plus 6x is 12x, right? Minus 4 equal to the 4 times square root of, I'm going to work out the inside already. So x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared. Okay, and notice all these are multiple of 4, so I'm going to divide by 4 to lower my number, so it's easier to do. So I get 3x minus 1 equal to square root of x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared. Okay, I'm going to square both sides. So I get 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. Okay, again, don't forget your middle term. So equal to x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared. So the 6x minus 6x cancels out. So that's kind of nice. And I'm going to move things around. So I'm going to minus x squared to take care of that. Minus y squared to take care of that. I'm going to move the number to the other side. So minus 1. So that takes care of that. So I get 8x squared minus y squared equal to 8. And that's it. Okay, let's go to 23. So you can get your condition in there. So you have point is 3, 4. I'm going to call it point A. So it's 3, 4. And the distance from that is 5. So put a random point out here, x, y. And the distance. Okay, so this one only one distance. So distance equal to 5. Okay, so you can apply your definition, right? So you got d equal to 5. And the distance between 2 points would be square root of x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equal to 5. And I'm going to square both sides, right, to get rid of the square root. And so square and square root cancel out, so I get x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equal to 25. And that's it. Don't multiply this out because this is a circle. Okay, this is a circle. This is the center from your algebra 2, this is the center radius form. Okay, so that's it. So that's your answer. So don't mess it up. Okay, so you have to remember some of the stuff you learned from your algebra 2. Okay, let's go to 25. The product of the distance from the axes. So here's your coordinate axes. Okay, and again a point P out here random. And so that's your D1, that's your D2. So the product of the distance to the axes, okay, so product means multiply. So D1 times D2, the product is equal to 5. Then after that you substitute, right? So this is the vertical distance. So from here to here, so D1 would be just y minus 0, right? Because this is your y, and this is y equal to 0, right? This over here, this point, y equal to 0. This point over here is x equal to 0. So D1 is y minus 0. D2 would be x minus 0. And you simplify, so you get xy equal to 5. And that's it. Okay, for number 25.